Well, hey everybody, it's Kevbo Jones here with another episode of the wonderful World of Baseball Cards. This is our never-ending saga, Project 2020 journey. I've got another set of cards here that have recently rolled into me over the past. Some of these are a little older and are making their debuts. Others have just come in as late as today. And it's just been really fun, and this is a really fun and kind of eclectic batch that spans over quite a few cards, I think. Going back, there's some oldies but goodies in here, but some new stuff. So I thought we would just feature yet another batch of fresh Project 2020 cards for me. We're going to start off here with the Fuchi Ricky Henderson, which this is just a great looking card. This has totally got like, I don't know, 1970s kind of PBS vibes, I feel like. I love that script. I don't know, like Electric Company or something. I'm not exactly sure, but Sesame Street maybe a little bit of the Cosby, Fat Albert show. Just really got some good, this has got some really cool vibes, this Fuchi Ricky Henderson. I love this one. This is a pretty new one, but the color scheme on this is just absolutely great. And I love that card. Love that card. Here is the Gregory Siff, Dwight Gooden. Another super fun one. Gregory's got a lot of stuff going on in this one. This was definitely, I think, a bit of a polarizing card, but you see, he was a huge Mets fan, and I think he told a story, they catered the event when the Mets won the World Series. He was a kid, maybe 10 or something, or, maybe a little younger when they won the series, but, just kind of zooming in there on a lot of his stuff. Of course, there's always a lot going on. It's a super fun card. I love the Gooden that he's got there instead of Mets. Just a super great card. He's got the hat drawn on. Gregory Siff, Dwight Gooden, super great. Here is the Joshua Vides, Don Mattingly. Saw this one when it dropped, and I just really, really liked it. This is one of Vides' stronger cards for sure. He's got the nice black border around the card. Of course, all his great detailing that he does. I love that. It's a great looking card. When this one dropped, it was a no-brainer. Really, really like that Vides Mattingly. Looks really good. This one I'm not as big a fan of. The Don C. Mattingly. It's pretty cool, but this is not one of my favorites of his. But it is kind of fun, some of the little stuff he's got in there. It's pretty cool nonetheless. Don Mattingly. Kind of fun. And then here is also the Don C. Trout. This is like, of course, the Tron card. Good looking card. I like these little shots that he's got in there. And then that background is like totally 80s. Of course, he has this little Just Don that he sneaks in there. A little more subdued than Ben Baller did the card. So, yeah, that's a fun one. The Trout by Don C. I'm doing Don C's set, as you all know. So I'm doing Gregory Siff's too. Here's an oldie but a goodie. The Keith Shore Willie Mays. Super fun card. This kind of harkens back a little bit more to his irreverent days earlier in the set, before he started taking himself maybe, I don't know, a little too seriously. I love how he's got the 52 tops kind of going down there with the box and the signature. Of course, he's got the guitar. I love that card. Love it. Super fun. We'll do, of course, the famous, as we do 15 cards, we'll do the famous slide. We'll put Willie in the middle. Get these guys all kind of straightened out. This is an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful card. This is the Matt Taylor Ted Williams. I watched his interview with Blake Jameson the other night. This guy puts a lot of love into his cards, and he's definitely like the sensitive artist type, but he puts a lot of effort into his cards. I think he said he spent a week on his Cal Ripken, and he usually spends a couple of days on each card. And this one is just stunning in hand. I love the little Sylvester that he's got up there. Great looking card in hand. I'm going to go back and probably finish Matt Taylor's set when the project is done and see what I can pick up of his. I do have his Henderson, so I've got a leg up on that one. He's got a great set, Matt Taylor, and that is just a beautiful card. This is an odd one, I feel like. Yeah, that Matt Taylor is just... God, it's a beautiful card. The guy puts a lot of love into his cards, and that really shined through on the interview he did with Blake Jameson. Here's Blake's Koufax, probably his weakest card of his run, but upon looking at it a second time, I do really, really like it in the context of all these other cards. He's got that left arm of God on there, which is very interesting. Very different Blake Jameson card. I think this is when he was in his designing cards for autographs phase. But a nice card nonetheless, and looks really good in the context of all these other ones, especially next to that Williams. It looks really good. You see we've got like 3 1950s cards there all together. Here's a fun one. JK5 Griffey. This is part of my Master Artist set that I'm doing of one card of each player from each artist early in the run, probably around card 40 or so. I had started to identify artists, and JK5's Griffey was the one that I had selected for my Griffey representation with JK5. And I mean, he's always just got so much detail in his cards. And this is kind of a throwback to the older school JK5 cards from the beginning, and it's just a great looking card. The JK5 Griffey, I really, really like it. It looks really, really sharp. Nice card. And then we've got Gregory Siff's Ichiro, which is really fun. This is a really nice eclectic batch of cards, I feel like. This is an older one. This is 252. Fun, super fun. This was very polarizing when it came out. A lot of people were freaking out. But again, you just see all his great little... I mean, this is what Gregory Siff is known for. And, like, there's just a lot of really neat things going on in this card. I really like it. And, of course, like I said, I'm working on the Gregory Siff set, so... that looks really, really good. Really, really nice card. We got another JK5 here as we wrap around. This one is beautiful. His Jackie Robinson. That's just a stunner. You see he's got all kinds of things going on in here. The small card almost doesn't do it justice. The words that he has in there, I can't quite read them. But just a beautiful card. Part of my Jackie Robinson player run. He's the only player that I'm doing the run for. And this one looks really good with that black border. Really, really nice looking card. Really, really nice looking card. Just take a minute to look at that one. Get sucked into the void. Very cool. The Fuchi Ichiro. Again, this one's really fun. The last few Fuchis have been great. Fuchi Ichiro, he's got the sunglasses on. This one has kind of a comic feel to it. Really like it. Doesn't really have much more to say about it, but I really like, again, the color scheme on that card. Really, really nice looking card. The Fuchi Ichiro. This one is beautiful. This is a beautiful card, the Blake Jameson Jeter. Wow. I got this, I think, last Friday. Holy cow. What a great looking card. Of course, I'm doing Blake's set. Wow. That is a great looking card. That is a really, really good looking card. I don't really, again, have much to say about this one. Other than that, it's gorgeous. I took this one out into the sunlight, and it's a beautiful card. Wow. It just really, really looks good. Really looks good. Really, really nice, solid, strong card. This, I think, might be the oldest card, relatively speaking, in terms of numbers. This is 161. The Ermsey Tony Gwynn. This was a card that the secondary market seller that I was buying from, Topps had shorted him on some cards and needed to make it up. So finally it came. The Tony Gwynn by Ermsey, super fun. Super fun card. I love the baseball, and of course, just, Ermsey being Ermsey. And then this came today, the famous Griffey Ermsey, which we've had sneak peeks of this since back in May, pre-bubble. And there's a nice, of course, famous Ken Griffey Jr. by Ermsey. So just a really fun batch of cards. Give you a minute to kind of soak those all in. I'm definitely ready for the project to be over, only because I want to start seeing full artist runs and like multiplayer runs start to be mapped out. I just think it's gonna look really, really amazing. I think it's gonna look really amazing, and I just love where this set is heading. I'm actually gonna swap this JK5 because we got a couple of 50s cards here kind of all next to each other, just to show you the variety. I mean, 52 Robinson, 52 Mays, 54 Williams, 55 Koufax. And you just see how cool they all look together. So different. Just a great batch of cards. So this is Kevbo Jones with the Wonderful World of Baseball Cards. I hope everybody's doing well. Great cards came out today. And I got some big things in store for 2021. I'm going to probably be focusing mostly on Project 2020 content for the rest of this year as far as my journey on the project. For 2021, I'm hoping to kind of have some things revamped on the channel, and it's going to be a big year. So everybody have fun, keep collecting, and I'll see you soon. Later.